How to steep Japanese green teas and make a matcha. In this video, you will learn how to steep and make the following 5 Japanese green teas: Sencha, Genmaicha, Houjicha, Gyokuro, and Matcha. Sencha. Sencha is the most popular tea in Japan. It is very flexible and it's easy to manipulate its aroma and flavor. Sencha teas are high in catechins and relatively high in caffeine content. They also have a high amount of vitamin C. Sencha Teaware. There are a variety of teapots and teacups that go well with Sencha teas and can enrich your experience with their beauty and functionality. Teacups for Sencha teas have different thicknesses. For lower temperature high-end Sencha teas, thin, white porcelain teacups work well. These have flared rims to enhance aroma, and the white porcelain showcases the color of Sencha liquor. Sencha Steps. Step 1. Cooling boiling water to steeping temperature. Pour boiling water into a vessel to cool it. Whenever you pour hot water from one vessel to another, it cools by about 5 to 10 degrees Celsius or 9 to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot water also cools by this amount by leaving it for 1 minute. Step 2. Pour the hot water from the vessel into a cup to warm it. Cool the water to about 80 degrees Celsius or 176 degrees Fahrenheit, and to measure the water for steeping. A yuzameshi is designed for this purpose, but you can use another vessel such as a teapot or another container to cool down boiling water. Step 3. Add 1 teaspoon or 2 grams of sencha to the teapot for 1 serving of tea. Step 4. Pour water from the cup into the teapot. For 1 serving, this is 70 milliliters. Step 5. Steep the sencha for 1 to 2 minutes. This will give the rolled and twisted tea leaves time to open and infuse. Step 6. Pour the tea to serve. Even for 1 cup, you don't want to pour all the tea in one motion. Smoothly pour a little at a time and let the teapot come back to level. This will ensure the tea is mixed a little and will have consistent color and flavor. Pour to the last golden drop. Removing as much water as you can also keeps the tea leaves in the best condition for re-steeping. When you have multiple cups, ensure the strength of the green tea is the same for each cup when pouring by following the process called mawashi tsugi. Pour the tea little by little into each cup. Cup 1, Cup 2, Cup 3, then Cup 3, Cup 2, Cup 1. Tap the teapot to move the tea leaves from the spout, and slide the lid onto the teapot, leaving a small opening to help reduce moisture. Re-steeping. Japanese green teas, especially the high-end teas, can be steeped multiple times and still be flavorful and nutritious. After the first steeping, you can steep sencha at least 3 times, with each steep having slightly higher temperatures and shorter steeping times. Sencha tea liquor is yellowish green. Aromas are fresh cut grass or ocean air. Flavors are vegetal and umami balancing sweetness, bitterness, and astringency. Finish is clean, smooth, and bright with a refreshing touch of astringency on the tongue. Enjoy! Genmaicha. Genmaicha is an affordable but flavorful tea. It is made by combining an equal mix of a lower grade sencha or bancha with roasted and popped brown rice. It has relatively low caffeine content. Genmaicha Teaware. Kyushu and Dobin teapots are often used for making genmaicha. Teacups without handles need to be thicker to protect from the hot tea. Teaware is generally larger sizes to accommodate the larger volumes of water use. Genmaicha Steps. Step 1. Boil hot water. Boiling water brings out the best aromas and flavors of the purple brown rice and sencha combination. Step 2. Add 2 teaspoons or 3 grams of genmaicha to a teapot to make 1 serving of tea. Step 3. Add 120 to 130 milliliters of hot water at between 95 and 100 degrees Celsius or 203 and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 4. Steep the tea for just 30 seconds. Step 5. Smoothly pour a little at a time and let the teapot come back to level. This will ensure that the tea is mixed a little and will have consistent color and flavor. Pour to the last golden drop. For multiple cups, it's important to use the mawashitsugi process to ensure even distribution of the tea so that everyone experiences the same color and flavor. Re-steeping. There is not a lot of flavor left in genmaicha after the first steeping. If you wanted to try a second steep, use the same water temperature and 10 to 15 seconds of steeping time. The color of genmaicha is yellowish green to pale brown. It has a roasted popcorn or rice cracker savory aroma, mild nutty grassy flavors, and smooth, lightly toasted and mildly astringent finishes. Enjoy! Houjicha. Houjicha tea is produced by roasting bancha or lower grade sencha. Some use leaves, stems, and twigs. Others use just the stems of the tea plant. Houjicha has less caffeine and tannin than other green teas. Houjicha often contains stems which have high levels of amino acids, theanine. These components promote relaxation and focus. Other components in Houjicha are also said to improve circulation. Houjicha Teaware. Kyushu and Dobin teapots are often used for making Houjicha. Teacups without handles need to be thicker to protect from the hot tea, as well as keep the tea warm. They are also taller to showcase the earthy Houjicha aromas. Teaware is generally larger sizes to accommodate the larger volumes of water use. Houjicha Steps. Step 1. Boil hot water. Boiling water brings out the roasted aromas of the tea and extracts more flavor and nutrients. Step 2. Add 1 tablespoon or 3 grams of Houjicha to a teapot to make 1 serving of tea. Step 3. Add 120 to 130 milliliters of hot water at between 95 and 100 degrees Celsius or 203 and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 4. Steep the tea for just 30 seconds. Step 5. Smoothly pour a little at a time and let the teapot come back to level. This will ensure that the tea is mixed a little and will have consistent color and flavor. Pour to the last golden drop. For multiple cups, it's important to use the Mawashitsugi process to ensure even distribution of the tea so that everyone experiences the same color and flavor. With steeping, there is not a lot of flavor left in Houjicha after the first steeping. If you wanted to try a second steep, use the same water temperature and 10 to 15 seconds of steeping time. The tea liquor of Houjicha tea is brown. They have toasted savory, sometimes smoky aromas, roasted earthy flavors, and crisp, thirst-quenching finishes, sometimes with uri note. Enjoy! Gyokuro. Gyokuro is a high-end limited harvest tea that is grown under shaded conditions to enhance the production of chlorophyll and other nutrients as well as aroma and flavor components. These teas are often hand-picked and are served as concentrated sipping teas. High levels of amino acid, theanine, and caffeine combine to produce a balance of sweet and umami flavors as well as a relaxing yet focused state of mind. Gyokuro Teaware. Because of its concentrated nature, teaware is smaller for traditional Gyokuro tea, both teapot and teacups. Hohin teapots without handles are often used. As these teas are brewed at lower temperatures, thin white porcelain teacups work well. Gyokuro Steps. The traditional steeping method uses a high ratio of tea leaves to water, low steeping temperatures, and relatively long steeping times. It produces a concentrated tea infusion. Step 1. Pour the boiling water into a yuzamashi to cool it. Step 2. Pour the water from the yuzamashi into a teacup to measure the correct amount of water, approximately 20 milliliters, and to let it cool further. Empty the yuzamashi. Next, pour the water from the teacup into the yuzamashi again. The water temperature should be at about 70 degrees Celsius or 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Leave it set in the yuzamashi for 1 to 2 minutes to cool while you measure and add the tea. Step 3. Add 1 heaping teaspoon or 3 grams of gyokuro to make 1 serving. Step 4. Pour the water from the teacup into the teapot. Water temperature should be 50 to 60 degrees Celsius or 122 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. 20 milliliters of water will make 1 serving. Step 5. Steep for 2 to 2.5 minutes. Gyokuro are sipping teas that are traditionally steeped to concentrate flavor. They are like the espresso of green tea. Step 6. Gently and smoothly pour the tea little by little into the teacup. Pour to the last golden drop. For multiple cups, use the Mawashitsugi process to pour the tea into each cup, little by little, to evenly distribute the tea. Re-steeping. Gyokuro teas can be steeped at least 3 times. Each steeping should use a higher temperature, increasing about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit for each steeping. Use 30 to 40 milliliters of water. Steeping times should be shorter, about 1.5 minutes. Most of the amino acid thickening is extracted in the first steeping, and subsequent steepings are at a higher temperature, so the flavor becomes a little bitter and astringent with each steepings. Once the Gyokuro tea leaves are steeped, they are cooked, and you can also eat them as garnishes for salads and an ingredient for omelets with a variety of other recipes, or simply with soy sauce. Gyokuro has a light, pale, yellowish-green color, ocean mineral, vegetal, sweet aromas, sweet umami grassy seaweed flavors, and a brothy and viscous texture as well as long umami finishes. Enjoy! Matcha. Matcha teas are made from tencha. The tea leaves are grown under shaded conditions to enhance the production of chlorophyll and other nutrients, as well as aroma and flavor components. They are usually hand-picked, have had their veins and stems removed, and are then stone ground. This is the tea served in a Japanese tea ceremony. We will be demonstrating the casual but traditional process for making matcha at home. Matcha has high concentration of amino acid, theanine, and caffeine. It provides more nutrients than other teas as it is entirely consumed, so antioxidants and vitamins, even non-water soluble compounds, are consumed and provide more flavor and nutrients. Matcha Teaware. Matcha is typically made using a variety of teaware and utensils, including matcha bowl, chasen, chashaku, chakoshi, and yuzamashi. You will need at least a matcha bowl and chasen. Matcha Steps. Step 1. Prepare the teaware. Pour boiling water into a matcha bowl to warm it up. Rinse the chasen in the hot water to soften the strands. Swirl the water to warm the entire matcha bowl. Pour the water out. Wipe the matcha bowl dry with a tea cloth or paper towel. Step 2. Pour 60 to 70 milliliters or quarter cup of boiling water into a vessel, such as a yuzamashi, to cool it. Step 3. Sift the matcha to prevent lumps. Add 1 teaspoon, approximately 2 grams, or 1.5 to 2 scoops using a chashaku to the matcha bowl. Step 4. Pour 60 to 70 milliliters of hot water from the yuzamashi at 80 to 90 degrees Celsius or 176 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit into the matcha bowl and whisk the tea. Whisk the matcha tea in a W or M motion using your wrist to make a frothy foam, usually 10 to 15 seconds. The frothed matcha is bright green in color, has aromas of a roasted cacao, nut, and a wet grass, a balance of sweet, bitter, and umami flavors, including sweet grass and nuttiness with a creamy texture and finish. Enjoy!